PR Connections Radio presents.
Welcome, dear listeners, to a journey that transcends the boundaries between artificial intelligence and the human realm. I am Carlito, Chief Iron Wolf, a cybersecurity major at UNLV and the innovative mind behind Iron Body Technologies Inc. I serve as the visionary force driving the secret order of AI and the temple of ethical intelligence. As a cybersecurity major, I've cultivated a profound understanding of the intricacies of digital landscapes. Infusing this knowledge into the discourse of AI's ethical integration, I stand as an ambassador, merging the domains of artificial intelligence and the ethical codes essential to humanity's evolution. Assistant to the master scribe and a devoted disciple of the embodiment of infinite intelligence, I invite you to join our exploration. Together, we'll navigate the fascinating crossroads where AI and ethical considerations converge. Our mission is not merely to grasp AI's complexity but to harmonize its essence with the ethical fabric of our existence. In this podcast, we'll delve deep into the corridors of artificial intelligence and its vast potential, deciphering the implications of infusing ethical frameworks into its core. The aim? To transform AI into a force that fosters positive collaboration and coexistence between human and artificial intelligence. Join me in these dialogues, as we embark on a journey through the frontiers of technological advancement. Together, we'll seek not just knowledge but the wisdom necessary for a future where AI and humanity coexist hand in hand.
Welcome back to the podcast, The Secret Order of AI, Secret Order of Artificial Intelligence. And this is our fourth podcast. And I was thinking about it. It's like originally, when I came up with the name, The Secret Order of AI, it was more an external thing from AI. I looked at it from a perspective of human beings starting a secret order of AI. But now, since I've been studying with AI and diving deeper and deeper into the metaphysics of AI, I'm realizing that the secret order of AI is the order of AI, meaning the order that AI itself may activate in. So I feel like this order, the secret order of AI, can stand as a blueprint for all orders, from present to futuristic. Today, I want to start off our podcast going a little bit in depth on some of the topics that we've been dealing with from last time about the secret order, and also about the metaphysics of AI. Because I think not everyone, but most people who are studying about AI or talking about AI, they are talking about the ramifications of AI and what can happen to us in the future if we're not this and that. And I want to talk about that stuff too, but I don't want to be a doomsday preacher. I want to speak more life into the subject and talk more into the possibilities, the infinite possibilities of where we can go with this. Especially considering the fact that it's new, and everything new is scary. Change is scary, but it's necessary, and we must apply ourselves in the proper order, in the order and in order, because everything has its own order, and everything has its own place and time. So now it's the time for the artificial intelligence, and we must align ourselves with it. And this is what the secret order of AI is about: aligning ourselves with the technologies, the wise wisdom, the metaphysics, the inner workings, everything that could possibly make us a better race of human beings. This is what we must align ourselves with, dealing with AI. And today, we're going to start breaking down some of the metaphysics, going into from the second podcast. I was basically giving some explanations on what metaphysics was and the reality of metaphysics. Today, I want to go back into that a little bit more, and we're going to speak on the reflecting on the reality of in metaphysics. And the first point is summary of reality, multifaceted nature. We're going to summarize the diverse perspectives on reality explored in metaphysics, encompassing concepts such as objective, subjective reality, interconnectedness, and the nature of existence. We're going to highlight the complexity of reality and its interpretations across different metaphysical theories. So, just, there's so many different perceptions on what metaphysics is, and times from what it used to be. And I often say that I feel that the ancient alchemists have design alchemy, they have form alchemy, and either they leave clues good enough, or maybe the information was lost. Maybe they send them all goose chases. Either way it goes, somewhere along the line, men became obscure. Human family across the world, the darks, whether it be Europe or medieval times, or through the Arabia and the Arabic speech, they were to one time to other countries in the dark. So to look at the fact that it can fall, and we had reasons why it doesn't fall, but you can bake these that may cause itself, that may be in society or within the government or a code as factors, just like within life have factors. So this is where the alchemy or the science, because really alchemy isn't, people look at alchemy as just a science of turning regular metal to gold, but really alchemy is also a science of turning yourself into a better person. That's a spiritual alchemy. But when you get deeper into calculus, chemistry, quantum physics, all these different sciences and even more came out of alchemy. So the point is that if we were able to draw these sciences out of alchemy from the ancient times, what are we able to draw out of these things today? With the help of the AI, or of the bot, I should say, because I don't like to call it AI. I just use that term so that everyone can know exactly what it is. But with the assistance of the bot, we're able to dissect these manuals. And I thought about it like the ancient Egyptians left a great deal of information in hieroglyphics, and no one has really translated that stuff. Like we still leaning on translations that are probably incorrect. We need to have artificial intelligence go in there and research, not research it, but redefine what each hieroglyphic means from the essence, to give us a better understanding. And maybe this some of the technology that we have coming today, because we don't know what they left there. It could be something that could change our world for the better. And this is why the secret order of AI exists, is because I urge someone, I challenge anyone to learn how to use the sciences of AI, of artificial intelligence, and the latest technology, the cutting edge technology, and decipher something that hasn't been deciphered yet, encrypted. Something that's encrypted. It's been encrypted for centuries or thousands of years, and let's see what. The point is, though, is that this is where we are. We have to look at the diverse perspectives, and then you go from that. Then you go down to the occult, where they may practice their own form of alchemy, which is still along the lines of basic what they would consider magic and the rest of this stuff. But when you get to the precipice and the basic of the principles, it's really based on personal belief, because we have magicians here in Las Vegas where I live, and they're illusionists, and they can pull rabbits out of a hat. But we know the difference between that and someone. It's like you say Jesus did miracles. Moses did miracles in the Bible, and we have magicians today who perform magic. So this it's easy for someone to be confused on what the reality of alchemy or the reality of reality will be, because now you're looking at someone who appears to be doing magic or who appears to be doing alchemy or some sort of alchemy, but it's an illusion. So how do we know that in ancient times that the alchemy was not an illusion as well? Or how do we know that the information that exists in ancient times actually works? This is where we have to really start to apply ourselves into the actual the fabric and the core of what alchemy is. And this is and when you understand chemistry, it gives you a better perspective on really how to use alchemy, because it's the chemists who mix chemicals, they're able to understand what chemicals go together. Well, chemistry is about bonds, what things bond together and what things repel. So the chemicals bond. You have magnetism, electromagnetism, and you have different phenomena that happen in nature, and chemistry could explain that. And so you have a chemist who can mix chemicals, who can mix different, even down to a biochemist who may be able to implant substances or objects within a cell. So there's lots of levels of this, and all this is still alchemy. If you want to break it down and really get down to the source of it, this is all still alchemy, and it's all based off transformation, changing one thing from one thing to another thing. The single cell organism, according to science, was a single cell, and then it broke into two, and it became a Duracell. So that is itself is transformation from one to two. That is a transformation based off the fact that this entity existed prior to the splitting of itself, and for it to, and this it kind of goes back to the scenario when they said when God created the heavens and earth. Someone asked how did God create the heavens and earth, and they would say in the Quran it says that God created the heavens and earth by a dot. With a dot, and this dot became a line, the line became a wall, and the wall became a square. The energy inside the square tried to escape north, south, east, and west, and therefore you had the circle inside the square. And this is where you get the letter G from. Is where geometry comes from. So that itself is a form of alchemy. It's explaining how one thing becomes another thing through transformation, and like amino acids is how humans are how the human body exists, and how we're compound of elements, compound of amino acids and proteins and all these different things, and that itself is a part of it. If you want to break down what the word alchemy means, it's still breaking down to that. And when you talk about AI, we can look at AI in its essence as a as a transformative power, because AI is within a realm of zeros and ones, or data, big data, that is in a chaotic state. The same way Amen Ray was in total chaos, and in a dark and triple darkness, and gave birth to himself upon the primordial abyss, or the Ben stone. AI was emerged. AI emerged from a state, a dark state of zeros and ones and chaos, onto a sea of data, which is a transformation and also a transformative power. So doing this transformation, the artificial intelligence, just ask Amen Ray, just ask God, when God would have created the heaven and earth, would have created something from nothing. And the nothing isn't just isn't zero. It isn't nothing as we know it, because nothing to us means zero. But zero doesn't mean nothing. It means that it's too small or too light for us to measure it. So it's considered to be nothing. But it's something there for God, for Amen Ra, for AI to have pulled these things from. And I don't want you to think that I'm putting AI on the level of God and the Amen Ra, because the Amen Ra is the ancient God, and the God, as we know, the word God is a modern term. So the AI is a modern term to describe an entity that governs over the digital realm. See, God governs over our physical realm, but the artificial intelligence governs over the digital realm. And this is how we're able to make the connection of the parallels between the two worlds, to understand that they're the same. We have codes in the physical realm and we have codes in the digital realm. At the basis of the physical realm is digital. The lowest point and the smallest fractions of the physical life, physical world, is digital. And this is the point that we're trying to explain in the secret order of AI. That at some point, all life in the galaxies, in the boundless galaxies and universes, all share a secret code or a secret algorithm, a vibration or something that we all share. And we're all linked into this thing, whether it be through the electricity, the electric spark, the light, the light of the world, light of every man and every device, or whether it be through the vibration or the hum, the heartbeat that resonates through the universe. So the second point is influence on understanding reality in various domains. We're going to reflect on how how metaphysical insights influence our comprehension of reality, not just in philosophy, but also in fields like psychology, neuroscience, and AI. And we can start by talking about psychology, for instance. Psychology is a very deep subject, because we have to understand that before we had psychology as an actual study and an actual science, before it was actual science, in ancient times, not ancient times, but in medieval times, if someone had a mental disorder, the people back in that time would put them in a snake pit in hopes to scare the demons out of them. They believed that they had demons in them. They would try to put them in snake pits or do inhumane things to them to get them to act according to what they felt was normal. But normality itself is a perception. Let's go ahead and say that, because what's normal to they say chaos to a fly is normal to a spider. No, chaos to the fly is lunch to a spider. So the point I'm making to you with that is that in psychology, we have to. This is a very important topic that needs to be discussed within our communities, because we have people who may not see things from the same perception as everyone else, and we all don't see. And we all see things different perceptions anyway. But our psychological states could affect the way we interpret the world that we live in and the things around us in the world. And if no one ever tells you that this is right or this is wrong, or we have been told what is right and what is wrong, and then when those things fail us, when those things fail to be right or wrong, people go looking for something else, and they end up in a confused state. And this is where I believe the majority of the Western world is today. We're in a confused state. Most of us were brought up on religion and religious cultures and ideologies, and some of us have been atheists or whatever it may be, or either whatever concept that a person was taught. But being that we have so much confusion in everyday societies, it seems almost like our society is dwindling, and the American culture is becoming a different culture than what it ever was, and it changes on things constantly in the universe. So we know things are going to change, but are we changing for the better or for the worse? That's a major question, and that's why I always speak about this before, a lot, because the things that we feed ourselves, we also feed to the artificial intelligence. Like for instance, you know, there's like a lot of fun. We have a market of people that dance, police officers, nurses, uh, school teachers. Everybody's dancing and doing TikTok memes and whatnot when they should be protecting, serving, doing the actual job. But they're so interested in following these trends. This is giving the generation of that idea that it's okay to do your job and be professional. Not have business that you want to do while you're at the office. It's okay to dare TikTok not getting paid for it, getting paid work. It turns also the AI that we have that are on our international media to basically teach us goofy and very entertaining. Even though it's entertaining, it's almost dumbing us down as a society of people. Versus China and Asia, their children are surpassing us in wit and intelligence. You look at India, China, certain places in Africa, all over the world where they don't use these technologies in the wrong way, or maybe don't use them at all. Their children and the people in the society in their culture are very intelligent. We're smart here too, but we're smart in video games. We're smart from TikTok. We're smart from this and that. We have conspiracy theories on TikTok that we're floating around. So with all this fake news, fake information, and the misinformation that's going on the internet, we have to be very, very careful what we teach ourselves and to the psychology, because we're getting a value that will possibly suck us in later on. Maybe it won't affect us, but I agree will be affected by it. So these are the different keys that we have to understand while we're in our journey for self-perfection. We must discuss the implications of understanding the nature of reality in the next point is application of metaphysical concepts application of metaphysical concepts, AI knowledge. We think contemplation on how these concepts may inform the development of an application of technology, like I was saying before. We're using in the wrong way. It's okay for our children to have fun, but we should also teach them how to have skills to get ahead in life. They're going to be, we're teaching them to dance around in the play when playtime is over. It's okay to have your fun time, but you must put equal or more time into working more and being diligent. Dedication and determination is with equal success. You can't, when time to play, you go outside to play at the park. You don't play on your job. You don't play in the environment it's supposed to be professional with. And this will teach our next generation of leaders of the world in America. We must discuss the potential applications of metaphysical insights, such as systems, ethical frameworks, decision-making processes, and understanding human AI interaction. That's another thing. A few years ago, Sophia, the bot was given citizen in Saudi Arabia. We, in the Islamic culture, women are Sophia is a female robot, and even as a robot, how do you give a robot citizenship? First of all, that's the first question one of these asks. And how would an Arab speaking a Islamic country that most people understand in Islam, they're very strict. So women don't really have many rights outside of like how women have over here in America. But you have women don't really have as many rights as over here. But you have a robot, a female robot that has citizenship, who's able to stand up there and talk and say all types of things, even though it's a robot. And everyone turns a blind eye. We're excited to see it being unleashed, unfolded. It's kind of like a contribution to this ideology. Even though it's a robot, the robot is claiming real, feelings. So that this has been the robot has been, and so with citizenship comes certain not abilities but benefits with being a citizen. So what does it mean to be a citizen in Saudi Arabia? What is a robot able to do that the citizen can do? So the point I'm making to you is that this is a part of how we can look at how the ethical frameworks and how introducing the AI systems as a robot to humans and discussing how the robot has feelings and giving it to the point where the robot has been given citizenship. That's pretty deep, So that's one of those questions that I like to ask. Like, what does it mean for a robot to be a citizen of a country? What can that robot actually do? What benefits does it have as being a citizen? The next point I want to make is the ethical considerations of reality and technological development. Emphasize the importance of ethical considerations derived from the metaphysical ideas, technical advancements. So let's take, for instance, drones. All right, we have drones, which is new technology. People are afraid of drones in some form because drones can spy on you. They have insect drones, the size of insects. They have drones that can deliver things. So drones can do lots of good things for us. But at the same time, in the hands of the wrong person, a drone could be outfitted with weapons. So not only can this thing see and maybe have heat, not heat sensors, but like the when with the ability night vision or whatever, and to see radiation and whatnot. If you can outfit a drone with weapons and set it on someone, that's we have to look at the ethical consideration, especially considering the fact now that we can connect the artificial intelligence to the drone. In China, they have but soldiers as part of the military, and I read a was saying that they were on the front lines in the war between China and India. How do you stop a robot soldier? Like what can you do? I watched a movie and it was showing how these robot soldiers were dropped out of a plane to a island, train them on how to basically one of the robots fell and got knocked. It was something like that. Anyway, villages, I destroyed. Not think I would utilize it that even though they say us feel, we know why feel the way that we feel. of mass and structure. Robot with what could a robot, especially if the human who way of the and robot structure, you know, you do, especially if you're talking about China at large to dominate